Metropolitan Detention Center, which houses over 1,600 inmates, recently had a prison riot. A prison riot. To be more precise, it had to deal with, of course, it was a race riot, of course. Just want to be clear on that one. And one has to wonder, hopefully that doesn't happen again. So let's talk about it. Sean Diddy Combs and Luigi Mangione are currently under lockdown at the Metro. And again, this came out yesterday, but are currently under lockdown at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn following a large-scale race riot that broke out within the facility. As a result, both inmates are now barred from receiving visits from friends and family for at least a month. Why have I heard this story before? Why am I a little concerned about what could happen in a month, especially if friends and family can't visit them, especially for Luigi, who is a very high-profile figure? According to the Daily Mail, federal prison consultant Sam Mangione stated that a riot involved more than 40 inmates, though it did not occur in the high-profile inmate section where Combs and Mangione and other notable prisoners like Sam Bankman-Fried are housed. Nonetheless, the entire facility was placed on lockdown. He's locked down at least 23 out of 24 hours, Mangione said of Combs. I'm sure they allow him to at least get three times a week for a shower, maybe make a phone call, but that's about it. So he's being fed in his cell. It's a 6x9 cell with a little slat for a window. How wonderful. Mangos explained that inmates in lockdown have limited activities, including exercising and reading within their cells, and lack access to televisions. The only exception to the restriction is legal visits. I know my client as well as other clients I work closely with, another consultant that is actually Mangione's consultant. They're clamoring for legal visits because it's the only time that they can get out of their cells to see people, interact with people in a more open environment. Mango confirmed that Combs and Mangione remain housed in the general population and are in a segregated area away from the violence. They're not on a floor that would be susceptible to the riots, he explained. They're on a floor with other high-profile individuals that the last thing they want to do is get involved in the riots. Officials from the Federal Bureau of Prisons confirmed to the Daily Mail that multiple inmates were observed fighting on February 22nd, leading to injuries among the participants. However, no jail employees were harmed. Responding employees isolated and contained the incident, and at no time was the public in danger. The MDC, which houses over 1,600 inmates, has long been criticized for its poor conditions. In 2019, the facility faced public scrutiny after inmates were left without heat or power for several days during a severe winter. Combs has been at the MDC since his arrest last year on trafficking and racketeering charges. He has been denied bail multiple times. The facility can't afford to have a high profile, certainly any inmate, but in this case, a high profile inmate get injured from another inmate. And because the MDC is a dangerous place, obviously, look what happened last Friday. Not only from a PR point of view, they're terribly understaffed. There's a lot of racial tension, a lot of gang tension, and a significant number of illegal immigrants are held there. So that says a lot. And just so you all know, this has been going on. And so they are within their cells 23 hours a day for at least a month because of the lockdown. That means people are going to find out the who, what, where, and why this riot started, who instigated it. But it also calls into question is, how safe is Luigi right now? As we all know, his trial is in the beginning process. They are beginning the momentum to try and at least get a final result and verdict. Luigi has been viewed as one of the more popular inmates within the facility, much to the cringe to one P-Diddy, as we did a story on that earlier. But I fear that when you have such a high-profile individual, especially when what took place on December 4th was the assassination of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, the talk of Medicare for all, the healthcare insurance industries, and how it's denied service to people has caused many Americans to react to what happened on December 4th with anger and other mixed emotions. And in turn, when you have the media and politicians confused that there are Americans who don't like their health insurance industry or what their health insurance provider are doing for them, that means, they've lost control of their narrative. And Luigi, much to the shock of the establishment system, has gained a huge cult following Many people want him to be free. There's hashtag Luigi. Many people, even in my community, are calling for Luigi to be freed. However you view about him, he is a high-profile figure, and there's always a danger of something happening. Case in point, there was this guy, first name Jeffrey, last name Epstein. He was supposed to face a trial, go through a whole legal process. He knew the names of certain high-profile people, and then out of the blue, oh no, he's self-deleted. Heaven forbid that there's a riot that can be used to cover up something else. Heaven forbid that history does a click, copy, paste of what happened. I am hopeful that Luigi's attorneys are able to do continuous meetings with him. I think we are all concerned about what Luigi will be facing off against, especially for this trial. And I hope that he's able to get out of this lockdown will eventually pass, and that he is able to have continuous access to his lawyers as well as friends and family. And that goes for all the high-profile people that are currently in the MDC. Yes, innocent till proven guilty in a court of law. But seeing this story play out, I'm on high edge. All right? High alert here.
SWAT team took your neighbor today. Watch them as they walked him away. You told yourself extremists come in all different shapes. Met his eyes and lowered your gaze. Is it too late for us to ever change? We are collecting the dust of better days. They're always watching us, but we're never safe. We're not meant to be safe, not meant to escape. We aren't meant to wake. Sheriff stopped your daughter today. Pepper sprayed her twice in the face. He must have had good reason if he'd treat her that way. At least that's what they've taught you to say. But is it too late for us to ever change? Once we're collecting the dust of better days, they're always watching us, but we're never safe. We're not meant to feel safe, not meant to escape. We aren't meant to wake. Feds arrived and had you detained. Said you'd made some posts they unchanged. Tased you till you felt like you'd forgotten your name, or life before they had you contained. Oh, life before they had you contained. SWAT team took your neighbor today.